Hi guys, another change of venue. My roommate's actually sleeping over in our room, so I came out into the common room, but I want to do this like vlog and get it over with, so I'm not waiting until like next week to do it again. I actually had it all finished last night, but it went over like the YouTube limit, so I have to re-record everything. So it's episode 12, Semifinals, Group 1. The first time we're actually able to vote for these people. And it was just not a good night at all. We opened the show with Jackie Tone. She sang A Little Less Conversation. Now, the vocals were all over the place. It was just not vocally good at all. I mean, now my roommate has said before a couple times I've mentioned that she said, you know, is this girl one of the jokes or something? This is ridiculous. And, you know, I kind of understand where she's coming from now that I've watched that in all its train wreck entirety. Then you had Ricky Brady, he sang a song for you, and I really liked him, but since we never heard him before now, he's not gonna crack top 12 because, I mean, it's just no chance because he hasn't been shown. My friend and I were actually talking during this one about how shiny the microphones were because they got new microphones. But at the same time as she said, hey, the microphones are shiny, and I said, hey, Ricky's voice isn't bad. And then she goes, it's like Clay Aiken, except not. Meaning Ricky's voice. But then we were talking about the shiny microphones, so we've named the microphones Clay. So anytime you see that shiny microphone, its name is Clay. And, alright. Then Alexis Grace sang Never Loved a Man. And, I mean, I liked it. I'm not really a fan of the girls, so I wasn't jumping out of my chair or anything. I know, Simonism, I'll stop. But, like, I don't know. It was good. And she'll probably crack top 12 because of it. But I don't know, I'm just not really a fan of any of the girls. Then Brent Keith came out and he sang Hicktown. Now, I was a fan of this guy's audition, but that performance just ruined everything for me. First off, I mean, the quality of the whole episode was bad. Not only did you have 2 or 3 shots of, like, the camera looking at the floor, but you had, in the beginning of Brent's package, a still shot frozen on Stevie's package. And, I don't know, it was just really poorly produced and whatever. But back to Brent himself, it was just a mess of a performance. I laughed really hard when Paula was trying to give credibility to country singers because of the, like, she's like, look what happened to Josh Grayson, look what happened to Bucky Covington, blah, blah, blah. And Simon was like, what has happened to Bucky Covington? That made me laugh. And I'm allowed to laugh because I did buy Bucky's CD, so I did do my part. Then Stevie Wright sang You Belong With Me. And it was just a train wreck. Her voice sounds really weird and deep, and it worked last year for Brooke and Kirsty, because their voices were, like, strangely deep too, but I don't know. She was just absolute train wreck. Absolute train wreck. Then Anoop Desai sang Angel of Mine, and you can see that last night I was, where's my contacts? Here we go. I have a contact saved in my phone that I change every week based on whatever the Idol number is that I'm going to be calling. I call it Idol tonight. And it's currently set to, try to get an angle you can see it. There you go, 5706, which was Anoop last night. Yeah. I voted for him nonstop. It was crazy. But, Alright. And then, Casey Carlson saying every little thing he does is magic, which, was also a train wreck, and was probably one of the first times I ever laughed at Randy Jackson, because when he was singing the review back to her, it actually made me laugh, and I can't stand Randy Jackson, so that's a really big feat. Go Randy. Michael Sarver sang I Don't Wanna Be, which kind of pissed me off because that was Matt's audition, and I love Matt, so, and I will mention that I love Matt in, like, every single vlog, so, just seriously, it's never gonna stop, so, like, if anything, I think he's gonna get the country vote more than Brent is, even though, like, no, because he just gives off the country vibe, even though he's not singing country songs. He just has that, down-home boy vibe to him. I don't know. And, okay, then you had Anne-Marie Boscovich come out and sing Natural Woman. Now, yeah, it was a big song for her, but it wasn't as train-wrecky as the judges made it sound. They made it sound like she was crap, she should never touch that, she should never even think about it. No, she was decent. I was like, finally, a girl that doesn't suck. I was actually really happy to see her, and then they just trashed her, so I don't know. And Stephen Fowler came out and sang Rock With You, which was just bland, and he kind of just stood there. You can't just stand there and be bland when you're singing a song like Rock With You. I mean, that's ridiculous. We had lovely train wreck Tatiana. She sang Saving All My Love For You, and she was actually decent. I mean, like, there were some moments in there that were really weird, but then there were some moments that were, like, mad nice. I don't know, like, I can't say I liked her, because I don't want her in the top 12. She'll end up being one of those people that just stays forever. I don't need that in my life. Yeah. And then close out the show with Danny Gokey singing Hero. Now, if the word overpimped was in the dictionary, his picture would be next to it. I mean, yes, last year they pimped the Davids, okay? But nowhere near as bad as they're pimping Danny right now. I'm sorry, but for the women judges to start standing up screaming like they're like 12-year-olds at a Jonas Brothers concert. I mean, it's ridiculous. We don't need little fangirls and grown women. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Something about Danny just irritates me. Haven't figured out what it is yet. He kind of gives off to me for some reason. A similar vibe that Chris Sly did back in season 6. I'm not sure why. Yeah. So basically my predictions for who's gonna get in are, Danny's getting in for sure, because I think, like, the entire world would be in uproar if he didn't. I could do without him. I could definitely do without him, but most people would, like, throw a complete shit fit. For the girls, it's probably gonna be Alexis, but I was rooting for Anne-Marie. But with what the judges said, I mean, it's not gonna happen. Third place, I am really, really pulling for Anoop. You saw how much, like, if you could have seen how much I was voting. I wonder if it's in, like, all my old calls. No other way. Dialed calls. Oh, it only shows it once. I guess, like, whatever. But, I definitely dialed it more than once. I think it only records each number once. So yeah, I'm really hoping that third spot goes to Anoop. I wouldn't mind it going to Ricky, but I'd save Ricky for a wild card. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys for the results, alright?